Hello friends, 40 here from lucidmix.com with another Mix Tricks video for you. Excuse if my voice cracks today, I've got the lurgy, but the show must go on. Today I want to show you how parallel compression is a great way to get your drums to cut through a mix. In particular, I'm going to show you how a snare that's getting lost amongst guitars is brought back to the forefront of the mix. I'm going to play you a section of the track that just has drums, bass and guitars roughly mixed, and then show you how I apply the parallel compression. So, whilst you can hear the snare, it sounds a little small and it's getting lost in places amongst the guitar parts. Right, looking at the snare top and bottom channels, you'll notice that I've got a send going, a bus send going to bus 16. This is where I have set up my parallel compression for the snare. I'll scroll over to bus 16. On here, I've got a couple of EQs, and you'll notice immediately that I'm not being shy at all with the boost to the top and bottom. In fact, I'm really going over the top. Now, most of the time, I'm usually applying subtle amounts of EQ and compression to my mix, but where parallel compression is concerned, that goes out the window. On the Pultec, which I brought in for its character, I've got a high shelf boost, 6 dB at 10 kilohertz, a huge 8 dB boost at 200 hertz, and again on the SSL I've also got a further high shelf boost at 8K, around 14 dB, 14 dB, and a further 15 dB boost, I bet you wonder what I was going to say then, at 200 hertz, so big smiley faces all around. And then looking at my compressor, which is a Blue Stripe 1176, I'm slamming it with a ratio of 20:1. But most importantly, and this is key, I have a very, very fast attack to eat the initial transients of the snare, because I already have plenty of the attack on the snare going to my drum bus. So the initial snare before I sent the copy to this parallel bus. So the attack is already picked up there. I don't want to accentuate that. I want to bring that under control. And I've applied a slow release, which will add some sustain to my snare in the mix. And once blended at the right level, the combination of the huge EQ boosts and pummeled compression will bring my snare to the forefront again, competing with those guitars. So I'll just play you the parallel compression in solo, and I'll slowly bring each of those elements in. So you heard when I engaged the compressor, the initial transient of the snare was smashed down, almost creating a reverse type effect, which is where the later transients of the snare were boosted by the compressor because of the slow release. Now I'm going to play you the rest of the track and slowly blend in the snare parallel and pop it in and out a few times to show you how it sounds in the mix. Now, this principle will work for most instruments that you want to bring to the forefront of your mix. Remember, it's fine to boost well beyond the norm, but also use a fast attack on your compressor to bring those initial transients under control. That's all I've got time for today, friends, but I'll be back next week with more mix tricks. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a trick. And of course, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below or email me at lucidmix.com. I'm off to restring 5 guitars. Oh, joy. Have a great day. Cheers.